Heath Ledger, the tragic genius who redefined Hollywood, full life story. A real-life success story of a celebrity who is no longer with us. Heath Ledger, the immensely talented Australian actor whose legendary performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight left an unforgettable mark on cinema. Introduction. In the vast world of Hollywood, few actors have burned as brightly, or as briefly, as Heath Ledger. A soul bursting with creativity, intensity, and ambition, Heath was more than just a handsome face from Australia. He was a revolutionary talent who pushed the boundaries of art, emotion, and identity. This is the unforgettable journey of Heath Ledger, a story of passion, pain, and a legacy that still echoes across generations. The making of a dreamer. Heath Andrew Ledger was born on April 4, 1979, in Perth, Western Australia. His mother, Sally, was a French teacher, and his father, Kim Ledger, was a mining engineer and car racer. Heath's early life was marked by both creativity and chaos. His parents divorced when he was just 10 years old. Even as a young boy, Heath was different. He had an energy that couldn't be tamed, a spark in his eyes that hinted at a world he was eager to explore. He found solace in chess, dance, and acting, often performing in school plays and local theater productions. At age 16, Heath dropped out of school with one goal in mind: to become an actor. With his best friend, he drove across Australia to Sydney with little money but big dreams. Heath Ledger was ready to take on the world. Breaking into Hollywood. Heath began his career in Australian TV shows like Ship to Shore, Clowning Around, and Home and Away. But his breakout came in the 1997 series Raw, where he played a Celtic prince. The show introduced Heath to American audiences and caught the attention of casting directors in Hollywood. In 1999, at just 20 years old, Heath landed the role of bad boy heartthrob Patrick Verona in 10 Things I Hate About You. With his charming grin and natural charisma, he became an overnight teen idol. But Heath didn't want to be a rom-com poster boy. He was a serious actor with a burning desire to challenge himself. So, he walked away from easy fame and sought roles that would push him to the edge. Taking risks. Throughout the early 2000s, Heath chose roles that surprised critics and fans alike. In The Patriot, 2000, he played Mel Gibson's heroic son. In A Knight's Tale, 2001, he transformed a medieval jouster into a rock and roll rebel. But it was clear, Heath wanted more than entertainment. He wanted meaning. He turned down superhero movies and sequels, instead starring in indie films like Monsters Ball, Ned Kelly, and Lords of Dogtown. Each performance was raw, layered, and intense. He immersed himself into his characters, often losing himself in the process. Then came a role that would change his life forever. Brokeback Mountain. In 2005, Heath took on the role of Ennis Del Mar in Brokeback Mountain, a cowboy in a forbidden love story with another man, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. The film broke boundaries and sparked conversation worldwide. Heath's performance was stunning. With minimal dialogue, he conveyed deep emotional pain, internal conflict, and vulnerability. Critics hailed it as one of the greatest performances of the decade. He was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor, the youngest nominee in that category at the time. But more than awards, Heath had earned respect. He proved he wasn't just another pretty face, he was a true artist. Love, fatherhood and pressure. During the filming of Brokeback Mountain, Heath fell in love with co-star Michelle Williams. Their chemistry on screen blossomed into a real relationship, and in 2005, they welcomed the daughter, Matilda Rose Ledger. Heath loved being a father. He once said that becoming a dad was the best thing that had ever happened to him. But fame, pressure, and media attention began to weigh heavily on him. He struggled with insomnia, anxiety, and the burden of living up to public expectations. The paparazzi followed his every move, and his relationship with Michelle became strained. By 2007, the couple had separated, and Heath moved into a rented apartment in New York City. Behind the camera, his smile was fading. The Dark Knight. In 2007, Heath accepted the role of the Joker in The Dark Knight, a decision that shocked fans and critics alike. Many doubted he could pull it off. After all, Jack Nicholson's Joker was iconic. But Heath was determined to make it his own. He locked himself in a hotel room for 6 weeks, studying comic books, experimenting with voices, and writing a Joker diary. The result was chilling, brilliant, and unforgettable. His Joker wasn't a cartoon villain, he was chaos personified. The performance was so immersive, so disturbing, that it left audiences in awe. Even Christopher Nolan, the director, was stunned. Sadly, Heath never saw the final result. The final days. As he wrapped filming The Dark Knight, Heath began working on the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus with director Terry Gilliam. But he continued to struggle with sleep and anxiety. Heath reportedly took a combination of prescription medications to help him rest, antidepressants, painkillers, and sleeping pills. On January 22, 2008, he was found unconscious in his New York apartment. He was only 28 years old. The cause of death was ruled as an accidental overdose of prescription drugs. His sudden passing shocked the world. Tributes poured in from friends, fans, and filmmakers. The film industry mourned not just a loss of talent, but the loss of someone who had so much more to give. Legacy. In 2009, Heath Ledger won a posthumous Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for The Dark Knight. His daughter, Matilda, accepted the Oscar on his behalf, represented by his family. Heath's performance redefined what a superhero film could be. It became a benchmark for character acting, and his Joker has since been etched into pop culture as one of the greatest film villains of all time. But beyond the accolades, Heath's legacy is one of courage, curiosity, and creative freedom. He wasn't afraid to be different. He wasn't afraid to feel. He wasn't afraid to fall in love with the art, even if it consumed him. Outro. Heath Ledger's life was like a lightning strike, brief, brilliant, and unforgettable. He taught us that success isn't about fame or fortune. It's about passion, risk, and the willingness to dive deep into the soul. Though his time with us was short, his impact will last forever. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. Your light still shines.